Good morning, students. Today I am with you with a new topic, Newton's universal law of gravitation, which is denoted by capital G. This is the very much important topic of the lesson. Many questions can be asked on this topic. Question can be asked directly for the derivation of universal law of gravitation for 3 marks or 2 mark or 1 mark. Many questions are asked in board exam. So please pay attention. This is a very much important topic. So from all the studies which had been done in the very beginning, in the past era of the Newton, made Newton to consider and to study what the gravitation is and how it is relating with the different factors. You know very popular story of Newton. He was sitting below the apple tree, one apple falling on his head, and he got the question that why apple falling down, why not apple gone in any other direction. And by the time he made detailed study of this fact, and he made the conclusion about the gravitation. What is gravitation? Gravitation is nothing but the force of attraction. So he concluded in his study, every object in the universe attracts the another object with a definite force. Now, the sun attracts to the earth attracts to moon. We all are living on the earth is attracting us. That's why when anything you throw up, it falls down. So every object is attracting another object. Even the two people, those who are sitting nearby, are attracting each other. Right? So every object in the universe attracts every another object with a definite force. And this force of attraction is having particular relation with the different facts. Let us consider the two objects. This is the object 1, object 2. Object 1 has the mass m1 and object 2 has mass m2. Object 1 with mass m1 attracts the object 2 of mass m2 with the force F. The same way, object 2 with the mass m2 also attracts the first object with the force F. As well as the third important factor, suppose this is the circular object and this is the center of that object. This is a circular object and this is the center of the object. So the distance between the two centers is considered as the distance between the two objects. So D is the distance between these two objects. Right? Now, the force which is exerted by the first object to the second object and second object to the first object, how it relates with the mass of both. So the force of attraction is directly proportional. It is directly proportional to their product of, it is directly proportional to the product of their masses. The objects which are forcing each other, this force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. That is, F is directly proportional to the product of masses, that is m1 and m2. Directly proportional means what? If force will increase, then the product of masses will be increased. If force will decrease, the product of masses will also be decreased. And the second fact, the force of attraction is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That can be denoted as F is inversely proportional 1 upon d square. F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two objects. Right? If this both the relations will put together, then we can express it as F is, that is force is directly proportional to the masses product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. F is directly proportional to the m1 into m2. Since it is directly proportional, we will keep this product of masses in the numerator, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance, that's why we will keep it in the denominator. Now, by taking the constant of proportionality, we will find out the value of force. So force is equal to capital G. This capital G is the constant of proportionality. Capital G is constant of proportionality. Mathematically, it is the constant of proportionality. So force is equal to G into m1 into m2 upon d square. Now, if you have to find out the G means what? Universal law of gravitation. It is the constant. G is equal to F into d square. This denominator will become numerator on transposition and numerator will become denominator. So G is equal to F into d square upon m1 into m2. So this is the constant. This capital G is the universal constant of proportionality, universal gravitational constant, can be expressed with the help of F into d square upon m1 into m2. Its SI unit is SI unit or MKS unit. Unit of force is Newton. Unit of distance is meter. Distance square means meter square. Upon mass means kilogram. Mass into mass means kilogram into kilogram. So Newton meter square per kilogram square. Here power 2 means per kilogram square. You can write in this way or you can write this way also. And its CGS unit is dyne centimeter square per gram square. You can read it in this way and write it in this way. So G is said to be universal gravitational constant, and it can be expressed with the help of this expression. Now, what type of question can be asked in exam? Define Newton's universal law of gravitation and derive expression for it for 3 marks. So you have to start with this. Every object in the universe attracts every another object with a definite force. This force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And you have to write it together. F is directly proportional to m1 into m2 upon inversely proportional distance square. So F is equal to G m1 into m2 upon d square, and G is equal to F into d square m1 into m2. That is universal gravitational constant, and its a unit, SI unit is Newton per meter square into kilogram to the power negative 2, or in the CGS dyne into centimeter square into gram to the power negative 2, means dyne centimeter square per gram square. Now, one more important thing. Here we have considered the two circular objects, right? If suppose object is not in the regular shape, these are the two regular objects. But if suppose objects are not in the regular shape, then what? Then how we will take this distance? So, if the two objects are not having the regular shape, they are irregular in shape, then we have to take their center of masses. distance between their center of masses. Now what is mean by center of mass? Center of mass means the point at which the mass of that object is concentrated. Means the point at which that object becomes balanced. That point is the center of mass. And distance between the two center of mass is taken in irregular shaped object. Now this is again one of the important question asked in the past years in filling the blanks. So center of mass is the answer. We have to take the distance between center of masses of that two irregular objects. So dear students, let's proceed further. From the last discussion, we found universal gravitational constant, that is G. We derived the expression G is equal to force into square of the distance upon product of the masses of the two objects which are applying forces of attraction to each other. Now, if with this expression we can also explain if mass of one object is doubled, then what will happen to the force. Suppose we have taken one object with some mass m1 and another object with the mass m2, applying force on each other, right? And they have the distance between two of them, that is d. So if suppose we will increase the mass of this one object, any one object, you will increase whatever the mass it is. If you will double this mass, if you will multiply this mass with the 2, if you will double the mass, then what will happen to the force? Right? What will happen to the force? In the beginning, you remember what we considered when the two objects of the different masses are exerting force on each other. The force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. So since force is directly proportional, if the mass is increased, then force will also be increasing. If mass is doubled, then what will happen to the force? Force will also be doubled. Keep it in your mind. If mass of an object is doubled, then force between the two objects also will get doubled. Second thing, if the distance is doubled. Now, what we have considered in the beginning, f is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So, if the distance is doubled, this distance if you will multiply by 2, then what will happen? Here, this is inversely proportional. Means if distance will increase, force will decrease. If force will increase, distance will decrease. And by what? By the factor of the square of it. Now, if suppose you will take it double, means 2 times, then the force will decrease by the factor of 4. Since you have doubled it, so 2 square 4, means it will decrease by the factor of 4. Is that clear? And value of G was experimentally measured by the scientist Henry Cavendish. He calculated the value of universal gravitational constant as 6.673 into 10 to the power negative 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Keep this all the things in your mind and read the textbook page number 4 very well. Now after this discussion, I want to keep one small question in front of you. Is this clear? If suppose, I want to give you a question. If suppose we will take the distance, if we will take the distance and we will increase this distance 3 times, means tripled, then what will happen to the force? Just find out answer of this question. We will discuss in the next section of our science. That's all for today. Have a good day.